Hello, hello, happy Monday, my love trainers. How's everybody doing today? I had to come in here. Oh, we got a wonky, lovely graph going on here. So I wanted to jump in and check in on you guys and see how you're feeling. How is this affecting you? And I will share some nuggets from the guides today. They want us to know what the heck's going on. So, first and foremost, we have yet more new members of the Love Train. Welcome, welcome. And if you are new here today, please let us know in the comments so that we can give you a warm and special Love Train welcome. Okay, so let's jump into this. All right. Look at what happened overnight. What is going on here? So we can see again, we have this pattern, which we call the lovely spring scarf pattern, right? And then I want to point out we always see these vertical, right? Some of them are more narrow than others, but these two have a very interesting pattern. One's got these little red kind of looks like hashtags, right? Which is really um, release, right? But it's like release integration, but coming in vertically. So this means how it's coming through your chakra system, right? This one again starts with the upper chakras. You can see light, and this one is primarily light. And I'll show you the difference on the shakalaka chart of what these look like. Then there's this guy. Welcome to the party. This guy I had some fun with. I was like, oh, this is interesting. Okay, so in this one, it's almost like an isolated column, and you can see it's got its own little light surrounded by release, right? Little pockets here. Um, and so it's similar to kind of like what you see here, where you see red, and then influx of light. But these are these little pockets on this contained little portal, if you will. And then what's really cool here, but that the guide showed me, is it triggered this. Yes, I put a heart here because it triggered some beautiful heart coherence. And you can see there's even a bump. So when that line goes like that, that really means that is a timeline jump, or more importantly, it's old potential timelines collapsing. And what this is here, and we can see it, right, going again, instead of the light coming down vertically, we see this thread going horizontally, and you'll see it more identified on or I should say just more uh, obvious, I guess is the word I'm looking for, when I show you the shakalaka chart. Now, this came in overnight. All right, I just pulled this maybe a couple hours ago. And so you can see that pattern's continuing here, and then this is continuing, this heart coherence here, which is really many people. We're healing relationships, we're healing how we show up in relationships, and that's actually seen in one of these purge things that I'll show you also. Um, so I wanted to share that first. I will go to the shakalaka chart in a second. Um, the message from the guides for all of us is upon awakening, meaning as soon as you open up one of these and go, oh, I'll awake, go within, go within before you do anything, before you get out of bed. Bring your energy within. This stops that, right? If you reach for your cell phone, or you start looking at emails, you start looking at texts, you are now beginning your day and allowing the exterior world to move your energy when it is highly programmable at that moment. That is so immediately upon awakening. And I've been using the 5-minute ritual. It's perfect for that. Go within. Where did some of you might wake up? You might have had a bad dream. You might have had a weird dream, right? You might not have slept well, whatever it may be. So what you're doing there is immediately upon awakening, you're calling yourself into the body, and you're finding that inner harmony, right? So you're starting your day in the inner harmony. And then also the same if your nervous system is acting up. A lot are. You'll see this in the chart. I will show you in the next graph. And they're just saying to be present with that anxious energy instead of saying, I'm anxious, I'm anxious, right? What is that doing? Then the body goes, okay, we're anxious. Let's give her more anxious, right? Or are we go within and sitting and being present with it? Just sitting and being present with it, using the breath to slow it down and help to essentially reprogram your own nervous system. They're also recommending before you go to bed, do some type of, again, go within. And I'll tell you, I've been doing this. I slept like a brick through this, and was a significant energy spike in here. Woke up not only feeling rested, but with a quiet mind. And I have to tell you, today it is a Monday. It is eerily, and I say this like with great appreciation, calm, peaceful, and quiet all day, just in this beautiful, peaceful wave. So this absolutely works when we go within. It is being reflected back, and it's just giving yourself the practice, right? It's like it's becoming a skill. Instead of us going in here working on the noodle soup factory, it's, oh, how cool. I get to work on my heart space and how do I feel and how am I directing my thoughts? Am I upstream or am I downstream, right? So good stuff. Good stuff. All right. Let me spy on you guys real quick and see who's in here. I see Care's here. Hello. Cheryl Azuki is here. Hola, Azuki. Manu is here. Hello. Judy's in the house. Annie is here. I see Lisa. I see Carolyn's here. Hello. Diana's in the house. Stacy James. Stacy. Hello. Jorge's here. Let's see what Jorge said. What's going on? ¿Qué está pasando en Nueva York, Jorge? ¿Todo? Oh, yay. So I love it. Jorge's note. What's happening? I'm calmly going with this incredible energy. Yes. Going with. That might be flow. See? That's exactly what you're doing when we align. Yeah, so you're sitting with, notice, so Jorge described it, I'm anxious and calm at the same time. So we can be present with the anxiousness. And remember, in the third dimension, when we felt right, people tag, we use all kinds of names and labels in the third dimension, like anxiety, right? But also, it can be excitement. And so don't make sure that you're not lumping the word excitement in with anxiety. One's very negative connotation. The other one is, oh, I'm feeling totally lined up. I am in flow. How cool. And even then, you can see if you can train your nervous system to integrate it more easily so that the solar plexus don't have to get all worked up. And by the way, for many, 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 and I think I said this in my last live, many right now are going through a period of nervous system recalibration, and it is setting it off, probably maybe more than normal. That can last for about a week or so. But use those tools, use whatever you have to go within and breathe with it. The moment you're present with it, instead of, what's going on, right? Nothing's happening to us, everything is happening for us, even if we don't understand it in the moment. But one thing that we know is when you slow down and use that breath, for those of you who have the 5-minute ritual, dial it up anytime you feel this kind of energy coming through you, where you feel like, it's gotten the best of you for the moment. Truly, truly will help. Let's see. June is in the house. Hello, June. Okay, Michelle, I do not do any kind of, I fear no energy coming from the sun because my guides have shown me that we are creating it through our consciousness and welcoming it in. This is all this yummy, it's all pure light and love. And the other thing is that, thank you for sharing that. I do not use any science. Full, I no criticism or judgment for those who do. This is how I was trained to just go by feeling, and this is how my guides interpret it for me. And so the whatever science is calling it, fantastic, but that is not the dimension I'm in. Science is not caught up yet. This is what my guides tell me. So it's really coming down to me trusting my heart and trusting my guides, which I do. And again, but no, absolutely no judgment or criticism. I give absolute props to anybody who's got the patience to really learn and dig in on those details and share it with whomever is resonating with. So let's see. Oh, we are changing at a, yes, subatomic. We are changing on every level. There is a huge reorganization of our cells going on. Huge, huge. And it's multidimensional too. So, yeah, that's why we feels like we're going, woo, woo, woo. It's Mr. Toad's Wild Ride. Dawn, you were looking for me today. You found me. Hi, Dawn. Welcome. Let's see. Hey, Joanna, welcome, welcome. All right, let's take a peek at this shakalaka chart so I can show you guys what the cool effect that these little pillars have had. Okay, here we go. So I use the arrow here. So this was the first one. There was two narrow vertical lines, right, that we saw. And notice that they both were different. And I described that, right? We saw the red hashtag on this one. This one was more of a purge. You can see it came in very sharp. And then notice here, that second one that had like hashtags of red and then integration and then red and then integration. Look at how that came in as double. It's like when this happens as double purge, it's a more extended purge where it's going to bring some density up and then calm down and then bring some more density up to the surface. This one, in other words, emotionally, you're more likely to feel this as a sudden burst of energy because it's a targeted thing and you can see that the energy spike is higher. This one is a calmer purge where they're kind of easing you in and easing you in. And then you can see that it's all followed by that bigger spike that came in. And here's the cool part. So look at this red line here represents the sacral chakra. This is where we're purging. So many of us have been not minding our own bizazzo, meaning mind your own energetic business, right? Which means, yes, it means you have to mind your own business too, because if you're in someone else's stuff, you're entangling. And I love this. This is helping us to let go of the judgment and criticism. Let others be. And the guidance is if someone's irking you or triggering you, right? Whatever, fill in the blank, right? You have an opportunity to choose what you want to amplify in their heart. And if you can't identify something, what would you like to amplify? This doesn't mean you're changing them. That's not that's entanglement. But you can see them. Your perception of them will shift to pure love and light when you identify and say, oh, if there's somebody complaining about body ailments, right? And you're like, oh, I'm really trying to focus on my own wellness and this is throwing me off a little. What? I'm going to amplify their infinite wellness in their heart. I'm going to amplify, or I'm going to amplify it in myself, because that's what's going to radiate out. And so you see this huge spike in here, and that was the main area that took a hit there with that little pylon of energies. And you can see the one down here in the root was pretty significant too. This is they're showing me is lack energy, lack of worthiness, all the way around, which we're still releasing, right? Let go of the story. Let go of the story. Your past story is not you being a conscious creator of your future. It's you staying in that timeline. So, what's in your timeline that you're still calling forward, that you're ready to like, boop, let it go? And then up here, of course, you see all this action in the third eye, which is going to continue to go. But this was the one that my guides really had me zoom into, and I still get chills looking at it. This is Gaia has raised her heart coherence, right? Gaia has a crystalline, energetic heart. And of course, she's our host. So we can't just stand on her and not feel it and not receive it. So that energy is pushing through all of us too in a beautiful way. Look at this, how it's up, up, up. And this is still, you could see it was trending upwards more and more. And this is beautiful because what this means is that more and more people on the planet are going back to trusting their heart and going in, going within. And so it's helping that. It's helping that. And so I'm always happy to see a raise in heart coherence because it truly is how we move forward and how we're going to create moving forward. Um, a couple of quick reminders. Saturday, because February is a little bit of a short month for me with because I got some love trainers that come into play in Todos Santos. Yay. So because of that, we are doing the monthly group masterclass is this Saturday, Saturday the 7th at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and it is building on the last class. It doesn't matter if you took the last class or not because it's still very purposeful, wherever, whatever's going on in your journey. And it is replacing future planning, right? Because what were we told? Identify your goals, get on the gerbil wheel and run. And when you're done running, see if you got a little more energy, you got to run some more, right? We're done with that. So, future planning, strategizing. Oh, I got to market, I got to promote. Look at this fabulous Love Train community. Zero marketing, zero promotion, 100% authentic. Everybody in here is authentic and found it through the energy in their heart. Their soul guided them here. So this class is going to help you with replacing that future planning, right? How much of us want, oh, we all want to know who can predict my future. You create it. We don't have to predict, we don't have to rub a ball anymore and stay, right? And put on a swami. We don't have to do any of that. But now, by the way, there were mediums in the third dimension who could pick up what's in your field and then tell you, yes, I can see this timeline. But now we're blasting through timelines like like cheap toilet paper. Boom. We're just blasting and blasting and blasting. So those timelines are all collapsing. So in the now moment, how are we taking advantage of our energy? And so this class is going to teach you how to forward feel and be in alignment. So it's forward feeling instead of forward, right? Instead of the noodle soup factory. And so there's some amazing, powerful techniques that it came through. Two activations as well to support the whole learning. And there will be, we're going to go through all the curriculum. And then for those who are comfortable and want to play in some breakout groups, we will be doing that once we're through the different transmissions and exercises and activations. And these are, again, I know for some, it's hearing somebody else's story can be a little triggering. I am going to be very clear on this one though. If you have anything medically that has got your attention, that's not the place, the breakout session is not the place to share it. You share that privately with me so that I can guide you out of that, because we don't want to get other people's pain bodies that finally we're like, shh, shh. We don't want them to go, oh, pain body. Oh, I got a story too, see? And so I will lovingly deal with anybody who's having an issue with that privately, so that the breakout sessions can really, really is about learning how to create from feeling. And the guides are telling me that, for those who are uncomfortable sharing like that in a private setting where it's not being recorded at that point, is that they keep stressing that our our relationships to each other and our differences are essential to our expansion. We're here to expand consciousness, and we're expanding it from the human body and through our human experiences, right? And through sharing those differences, that actually helps to stimulate new ideas, to stimulate expansion. Think about it, if we all just had matching ideas, we'd be a little bored, is the truth, pretty fast, right? Oh, I got an idea. Oh, I had the same one. Oh, I had the same one. Okay, anybody got a new idea? Nope. Noodle soup factory. Noodle soup factory, right? One conveyor belt, one bed, one bed solution, all of the above. So this is going to be a great practice in this class to really to play openly with creating without any kind of judgment or criticism ever, ever, ever. And I find them to be highly enlightening, because you get to say, oh, I see where I am, I see where I've been limiting myself. It's always a great observation point. Okay, so that's Saturday at 11 a.m. There's a little reminder link in this video description below here. Um, so that's what I got for this week. Yes, we will be having focus group, of course, on Thursday. The theme has not presented itself yet, but they're giving me hints. They are definitely giving me hints. And I'm excited for that, because we truly are embodying and anchoring in fifth dimension energy, right? And the stuff that's not in resonance, right, meaning in here, is the stuff that might make your body feel it a little more intensely. And so we're really practicing that higher perspective. What perspective does my soul have on all of this, right? And looking at it from there. So um, that's what is going on here in the love train this week. I have another um, thing that offering that the guides are bringing forward, and it's really going to shift. I'm going to be able to offer two different types of private sessions. One's going to be more of a power session and very defined, and so I will share that with you guys probably later in the week, as I'm getting all the components together. And it's just to give more of you an opportunity, if you do need some one-on-one support, that is more accessible for you. So I'm excited to launch that, because I only see the healed, amazing version of all of you, and that whatever I can do to help facilitate that, getting my cosmic flashlight and mirror out, just to show you your own power, essentially, is all it is. You got the same power, you got the same magic, you've got the same access to miracles as I do, and so it is an honor to point it out and say, look over here. You shall find it. So that's what I got today. Again, happy Monday or Tuesday. I know for some of you it is Tuesday morning. And thank you, all of you, for shining your light. Always here. You can't even imagine. Well, here, actually, we can now see this is the impact of all of us continuing to go within. Remember, upon awakening, go within, do that 5-minute ritual, start your day. Oh, we got a thumbs up. Start your day from within. And then you can recognize if you're out of alignment, and then do a little touch up, and end your day before you go to sleep with another 5-minute ritual or any of your favorite meditations. So that's what I got for you guys today. Really soak up this energy. Feels so beautiful. Whatever was in those little portals, these things, for me, it's absolutely feeling beautiful and amazing and extremely calm. So see you guys when the energy calls. Have a beautiful evening, afternoon, evening, or morning, wherever you are.